Nobody in particular. Johnson closes in. Drops the ball. Stephen Williams. Caught with the ball, I think. Umpire agrees. Holding the ball. And Garth Newton will go back to launch the ball to this Woodville scoring area. Funny kicking style also. Oh, it's a big boot of the ball. In fact, it's a magnificent kick. Oh, what a goal, Garth Newton. That's as good as I've seen for a long time from that side of the ground. His first, Woodville second, and the Warriors go marching on. 2 goals, 2-14, leading Port. Unbelievably yet to score. Dwyer's there. So is Hines. Oh, it's a good mark. No question about that. The second grab, and you've got to pay him. Yes, he's made a quick move there, Jack. He had Hodges at centre-half forward and Smith full forward, D. Smith that is, and changed them almost simultaneously. On us noticing that little change. Hines lines him up. Kicks truly. That's his first. Port Adelaide's first. Port 1-1-7. And Woodville 2-3-15. And Hutton goes left foot towards goal. Hodges! Pound for pound, the best full forward in this competition. Believe me, Scott Hodges. And he led well and marked well. His third kick already. Oh, yes. Oh, boy. What a great kick by Scott Hodges. It's a goal. No question about that. First goal to Scott Hodges. Port second. They move a bit closer now. 2 points away from Woodville.
And Williams all by himself. In next in turn, he'll go to Smith. Plenty of pressure there. Smith, 2-3 grabs. Last player, Darren Smith.
D. Smith lines it up. Darren Smith. No worries. Straight through the centre.
Smith sets himself. So does Hodges. Smith again. He's on top, Smith.
Back door. Handball for Abernathy. Finds Fiarchi. Fiarchi closing on the goals. Loves a shot for goal, does George. It's high. A drive from behind. Oh, Hodges! Oh, he's a good player, this fella. That's a sign of a good player. Get the bend back for that one. Comes in for his fourth kick. He has 1 goal on the board. Make that 2. Scott Hodges 2 goals out of Port's 4 goals to, in fact, 2 goals, 1. Centre bounce again. Russell Johnston and Garth Newton. Newton rucking, doing a lone hand on the ruck so far. Ground level. Hutton. R. Smith. Over to D. Smith. And D. Smith goes left foot. Oh, almost great kick that, but not quite. Picked up quickly by Stephen Williams, is it? Oh, yes, it is. And it's a great goal. Closing on it. Templeton's there. Jakovic again. He roves the ball well, Jakovic. Schwarz picks it up from Templeton. And it's a goal. Oh, top work, Woodville.
Hodges high. Couldn't quite take it. Beautifully crumbed by Williams. It will sit for him. Off the ground. Pele style. A great football, Stephen Williams. Decides to go for a run. Uses his pace. 6th kick. Well, Lynch was his target, but that is very clumsy and very late. And he's been reported for that. I'm not sure. This looks like Paul Rosonico on the ground. He doesn't look very well.
Pronged attack for the Port Adelaide Magpies across full forward. Could be a danger for the Warrior. Hines, a height advantage against Lunn. 25 metres out. The first for the Magpies. 1 to David Hines. Woodville 2-3-15. Port Adelaide 1-1-7.
Well, 15 minutes into the first quarter, and Port kicked their first goal, and that's something that Woodville are going to have to watch back there in defence. Worrying about Scott Hodges and Hines drifting across the front of the pack, taking the big mark. So they're going to have to be on the ball. Keep a close eye on that, because it's a very dangerous player is on there, getting some words of encouragement from the Port runner.
At the centre circle, it's Johnston of Port Adelaide. Newton of Woodville favoured by the bounce. Brown takes. Well caught. Darren Smith cleverly to Harvey. Clears half forward, and on the bolt again is Hodges. Oh, good forthright drive at the ball. And Scott Hodges, the specialist full forward, directly in front. What breeze there is he's kicking into. Keeps it low, perfectly straight. Gets his first goal and brings the Magpies to within 2 points at the 16-minute mark.
The 34th goal of the year for Scott Hodges. He's certainly been a danger for Port up forward this year. His groundwork is very good, and it's also got the ability to take a spectacular mark, and it also leads very well. A very exciting young player is Scott Hodges.
Magpies recovering in the last 5 minutes. Improved movement from their key position players, particularly Darren Smith and Scotty Hodges. Johnston high, beaten by Newton. Harris in front of Clem, well ahead of Fiarchi. Unable to evade Phillips, the strength Tregenza goes for the boundary. Supported well there, Craig Lambert. And Woodville left half-forward flank. 17 minutes in, the Warriors by 2 points. The wrestle is on. Abernathy at the back, David Brown under. Jack Weir points to the head for umpire Rick Kinnear. And a big crowd has built up for the double-header at Football Park. The tap on. Chance for Parsons, given the shove. Hanging on, says the umpire, and the Warriors to go forward.
Kick to come from centre wing. He is called to play on. Drives into centre half forward. Rosonico does it with ease. Back of the pack was looking for some supporting run. It didn't come. Oh, Lambert high over the top. That was a good grip of the ball. And Craig Lambert, kicks the ball high. Not the sort of kick to go into the forward line. Has made it very easy for Delaney. Changing direction as Phillips provides the run. Ball bounces nicely. Phillips off to northeast. Awkward kicking style, but effective. And Harvey, very good take. Two in opposition. Harvey, Hutton in fact, doing it well. Into Stephen Williams. Into the centre half forward spot. Darren Smith. Strong mark by Darren Smith. Well placed Stephen Williams. And coming from a fine mark by David Hutton. Darren Smith from the centre half forward spot. As Port Adelaide, after an initial burst by Woodville, have the opportunity to hit the front. Distance not a problem. He's directly in front. And has kicked his first goal. Darren Smith's first, third for Port. They take the lead at the 19-minute mark by 4 points.
Well, a goal-kicking centre-half forward is Darren Smith. Very important player in the cog of Port Adelaide's side, and on that occasion the ball was delivered beautifully to him. He outpositioned his opponent in champion, took the mark and kicked Port Adelaide's third goal.
Textbook football from Port Adelaide. Johnston opposed to Newton. Johnston the height, used his knee well. Took Newton's ground with that protruding knee. Comment Dexter Kennedy, ruckman of the past.
Yes, that's the way. The knee should be up all the time, protecting yourself.
Rowan Smith inside half forward, chipping in front of Hodges, perfectly placed, but a little short. O'Dwyer to the safety of the line. Brown just kept it in. Back for O'Brien. And that's a Russell Ebert type hand pass, which brought some doubts from the crowd. Newton. Hines. Oh, well played, Newton. Kept it in front well. Brown shoots to the centre. Darren Smith at the back. Well played, champion. Chance for Tregenza, has the pace. Well protected. And they will. It's O'Brien. Paul chipping short.
Ian Detman switching sides. Looking out there for Lambert. Oh, good ball control in opposition to Tregenza. Just a little bit too much experience and strength. Craig Lambert, it's a better disposal. Looking for Clem at centre wing. Fiacci closing. Clem infield. Schwarz has run the corridor. Rosonico stops his path and will get the free kick for being handled. And Rosonico coming infield. Ginniver's there. Boyd also loose, but he prefers to use Delaney, who's come from full back, and there's no one the defensive side of the square for Port. Taken now by Williams. Chips up high to the goal square. Darren Smith in from the side. Good mark. Came in cleverly. Cut the face of the pack. Strong mark.
Well, I mentioned about Hine coming across the front of the pack. They've also got Darren Smith to do the same, so all sorts of trouble up there for the Woodville defence today. They're going to have to be right on their game, punch the ball away at all times. Port, such marking power they've got in their forward lines.
Little angle to speak of. Distance not a problem. Darren Smith has missed. Port Adelaide 3-2, Woodville 2-3, the Magpies by 5 points.
Well, the let off there for Woodville. 4 shots to 5, 5 shots all, 3-2 to 2-3.
Lunn short to Swars. The running follower wide for Martin at the back. Templeton. Rosonico taking that ball out.
Actually, Rosonico started on the half-back line, Lane on the half-forward line. Harrison went to the half-forward line, Rosonico to the half-back line.
Newton opposed to Hines. Johnston resting. Harris protected. Haylock over the top. Quick kick from Swars. Tap on was good play. Boyd trying to cover that ball well. Has done it. Back to Hines. In trouble. Clem takes him down. Haylock kept it in and wins the free. Gary Haylock. Rover resting. Goes to the midfield to Clem. Clem emerging as #1 rover for the Warriors this season. Jakovic trying to move now at full forward. Jakovic and Big Hines, or Big Johnston from the pack, got in front, used his superior height and took the mark.
Yes, that's where all ruckmen should be, dropping down in defence to take those big defensive marks to hold up their opposing players' attacks.
Delaney provides the run. He looks for northeast. Fiachi off the ground. Trapped by Darren Smith and knocked back cleverly. The hand pass from Abernethy was to Fiachi. He chips high to the goal square. Hodges back there versus great mark. Scott Hodges in opposition to Des O'Dwyer. A very strong grip of the ball. And Hodges on a 45-degree angle with no distance to speak of. Already kicked one this term. Gets his second goal, and all 4 Port Adelaide goals have come from strong marking in the forward line. They lead now by 11 points.
You can just about put that one down to Darren Smith. It was a beautiful tap on out to Abernethy from the middle of the ground, onto Fiachi, streaming down from the back pocket. And Hodges, what a great mark under extreme pressure from Des O'Dwyer, and marking where he should always be, in front.
Port Adelaide fighting back since the 15-minute mark of this quarter, despite kicking into the breeze. And run from their defensive lines, bringing goals. Newton increases his run-up. Johnston wins out. Hutton, Rowan Smith to Darren Smith. Chipping short for Hines, intercepted by Lunn. Chance for Stephen Williams, shooting, bringing it back. Oh, wonderful goal, Stephen Williams. His first, Port Adelaide's 5th. They move on to 5-2-32, Woodville 2-3-15.
Well, 2 goals in 2 minutes to Port Adelaide, extending their lead over Woodville at this stage, going into the time 1 period of the first quarter. Once again, that forward move by Port started in the centre, where Russell Johnson got his hand to the ball first, and the running players of Port forced it down, and there you see Stephen Williams in your screen, his first goal for the game.
Absolute clockwork. Almost a minute of time on now played in this first term. A good quarter into the breeze by the Magpies. Well stolen by Swars. Thumps it direct and long. Boyd not quite. Running, Lynch ran into his own player, allows Fiachi the loose ball. He drives short. Brown. Looked like a half volley, but has been paid. He's a real dynamo, this fellow. Depth with a high kick to half forward. Martin coming in from the side for Woodville has paid the mark. John Martin off the half-back line. High. Johnston makes front spot. The judgment wasn't there. Harper judged the flight of that ball to a nicety. Chips high with the kick as he was close to the man on the mark. Phillips at the back of the pack. Rosonico gave it to Johnston. He to Phillips. And wide they go again. Fiachi's loose out there. Supported by Delaney. Fiachi directs it back now to find Rowan Smith. Wide he goes for fullback Delaney, who's at centre wing. Tregenza now. Space within which to work. Runs through half forward. Chips high. Knocked away well by O'Dwyer. Jackwea well down in defence. Hines can't keep it in, and it will be thrown in the right forward pocket for Port.
And a great forward movement there by the Magpies. Gee, when their defensive players run, they look really good.
Darren Smith competing with Newton. Detman takes it wide. Lambert protects, Swars, and it's out. Right half forward flank for the Magpies. The Magpies gaining confidence in the second half of this quarter and running from defence. Darren Smith takes. Lunn on the back play. A chance. Wide to O'Brien, through the centre. Northeast red at best. Across to Hutton. Clear. Chipping a bad kick, but finding Harrison, the Brown, the left foot. Puts the ball to the goal square. Hodges is kept out well by O'Dwyer, and Lunn marks strongly.
Switches the play to the outer side. Danger. Knocked away from Newton. Hodges working hard. Ginnivan now. Worked out by O'Dwyer. Brown almost got through, and on the bottom of the pack, Woodville will pull it under for a bounce. On the lip of the goal square, Lake End of Football Park, and Jack Cale. The Magpies kicking into the breeze, and no one would think he was 17 points up. Newton for Woodville, tapping back. Brown traps neatly. Kick well blocked. O'Brien now. Time to have a look. Uses Jackwea. He in turn champion. The bolter loves to run with the ball. Through centre half back. Kicks up to half forward. Haylock's in front. Good mark at opposition to Boyd. Haylock always wanting to move the ball quickly. Templeton almost broke through. Paul Northeast left it behind. Templeton gets it clear. Stephen Williams trapping nicely. Gives to Rosonico. He goes for Brown at centre wing. Port Adelaide using the ball much better. Brown's kick is high, but a good first quarter from Port Adelaide into what breeze there is. Lead by 17 points. 5-2-13. Woodville 2-3-15.